It's travel day. Time to pack up and hit the open road. It's not much more exciting when your destination is the awe-inspiring views of Yosemite National Park. Van life isn't all fun and games. There are a bunch of mundane tasks that have to happen before and during any trip. So in today's video, you're going to see some of those things before we head out on a trip to Yosemite. Sometimes you just have to get through the boring to get to the good stuff. So one of the reasons we got the camper van was that it allows us to just kind of get up and go on a moment's notice. Now, one of the lies I tell myself is that that doesn't require a lot of packing, and I'm kind of realizing this as we are getting ready for our next trip, which is going to be about 2 weeks long. So I figured I'm just going to go over really quick some of the things that we bring with us when we're going on a trip. In a previous video, link at the top, Liz and I talked about how even when we travel internationally, we like to travel really light. These are the 4 bags we take everywhere with us. The 2 on the left are our work backpacks, the 2 on the right are where we put everything else in. So you can see, Liz and I are no strangers to traveling light. However, this changes dramatically when the camper van gets involved. Now, we permanently keep some things in the van for the short weekend trips, but you can see here everything we're planning to bring with us for our 2-week trip. Given the contrast on how we normally travel, I can't tell if we underpacked or overpacked. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Hey Liz, do you think we forgot anything?
No, I think we got it all.
The other major thing we have to do before we leave is fill up the water tank. One of the major design considerations on this van was to keep it stealth. To that end, you can see that there are no water inlets on the outside of the van. We avoided any alterations that were visible from the outside. This keeps the van looking, at a glance, just like any other ordinary work van. Now it's time to fill her up and get on our way. So we're done packing. The van is all prepped and ready to go. We have Gadget in tow. Gadget, you ready to go? So we're gonna be off to Yosemite. I'm kind of embarrassed to admit it, but despite being long-time Californians, both Liz and I have never been to Yosemite, but we're really looking forward to it since we both love hiking and we love nature, so really seems to be an ideal place for us to get going. Now, we have one last thing that we have to do before we get going, which is we have to route plan. From the San Jose area, it's a 4 or 5 hour drive to Yosemite Valley. Instead of taking the most direct route, we decided to take one with better, more convenient stops along the way. We don't have reservations in Yosemite until tomorrow. Since you can't park overnight in Yosemite anywhere without a reservation, we decided to see if we could stealth camp in Mariposa, which is right outside the park. This is one of the best perks when traveling in a camper van. It just gives you enormous flexibility. This route also helps us avoid one of the biggest mistakes we made when we first started traveling in a camper van. You don't want to drive too much at any given time. I would advise driving no more than 5 hours in any given day and no more than 1 to 2 hours in any given session. Doing anything other than that can really wear you out. One of the huge advantages you have with a camper van is that you don't need to be in a rush. So many people are in a rush to get to where they're going that they become stressed or tired by the time they get there. Besides, some of the best times we've had are the random things we just find along the way when we stop to stretch our legs. Right now we are in Modesto, and we have made a stop. It's actually our second stop today, and we are just gonna go to this mall that's right behind us and stretch our legs. So we're just gonna go in there, walk around for a little bit, and then get back in the van and get on our way. One of the things we ran into in this mall was this automated barista bar. I'm not sure how you all feel about it, but I'm pretty sure the robots are coming for all of our jobs. Overall, a really good stop. I'm really glad we decided to get out of the van and take a break and stretch out our legs. Now, we don't really have that much further to go before we get to Mariposa, so I think what Liz and I are gonna do is kind of chill for the rest of the day and just hang out in the van before we do that final leg off to Mariposa. Hey, we made it to Mariposa. Overall, not too bad of a driving day. We took our own advice and took it slow. It was a little bit over 4 hours, in 1 hour chunks, and as a driver, really wasn't that bad and really wasn't that tiring. It's kind of late in Mariposa right now, but that's ideal. So you want to roll in late at night, find a parking spot, and just park when you're stealth camping. So hopefully we won't be bothering until the morning. Liz, how do you think things went?
I'm so glad we talked about that mall. The Robo Barista is so cool, but at the same time, very scary because it confirms my fear of Skynet. But I'm prepared for our robot overlords.
Gadget, how do you think things went today? I can tell Gadget doesn't want to be bothered when he's taking a bath, so I think we're going to call it a night. See you all bright and early in the morning.